aren't we?
You can't replace Callum.
I know, he is one of a kind, but we're just going to have to. We can't make the show without one. Well, who's the first guy?
Name is AWOL Mullock.
AWOL Mullock.
Yeah.
Send him in.
Howdy.
Mr. Mullock.
Mr. Mullock.
Indeed.
Take a seat. I'm Jay.
Tom.
Pleasure.
All mine.
Great. So, first of all, we want to thank you for applying for the job. It's great to see the interest.
Yeah.
We just have a few questions, just to see how much of a gameaholic you really are. Just
Well, I think you'll be impressed.
and just to see how you mesh with the team, you know. So, Jay, first question?
First question is, what is the best game of all time?
Right. Difficult question. So many. Like, all the way back to early 70s when games started being produced. But I think it's yeah, obviously. But there's an obvious favourite that everyone should have, and it's Just Dance 2. Like, it's just brilliant.
May I ask why?
It's perfectly epic, and it's got everything that you want from a game. You get to flop about a lot, randomly, and everyone has fun.
Okay. Tom, question 2.
Alright, so, what in your opinion is the worst game ever made?
The worst game ever made is an obvious one. I think most of the people in the world will probably share my opinion. It's Call of Duty. It's just useless. It's just pointless, and lots of people die for no reason. And it's just barbaric, really.
Right, so the final question I have for you, just write this down. If you could be any character of any game, past, present, future games, who would you be?
Tough question to end with, but
Tough world.
yeah, well, I think we'll go with Nintendo.
Good.
Longest running games manufacturer.
That's true.
Yeah, and I think we'll say someone from Super Mario Bros. Yeah, good character base, and I think we'll go with the obvious one, which is Princess Peach.
Princess Peach.
Princess Peach, yes.
Princess Peach.
Yes.
May I ask why?
Why do you need to ask? She's amazing. She wears pink,
It's your opinion.
and she has flowers everywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Valid point. He's got a point. She is pink.
Well, we want to thank you
I knew
obviously
you
for
should.
coming.
You are.
So, you're not the only applicant, and we're just going to
But I was the best, right?
We'll have to
We'll get back to you on that one.
But,
you were the first one, by the way.
that is true.
But still the best.
You so far.
Well, we'd like to thank you for coming. Hopefully we'll be in touch in about a week or so.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. That's the way out.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
I'll see you behind the camera next week.
True.
No. Have you not read this?
We need Callum back.
One call away. Callum!
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Gamerholics TV, bringing you all the latest on the only important subject in the universe, video games. This time we'll be getting previews of Batman Arkham City and Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, and reviews of Mortal Kombat, Race Driver Grid. With their fantastic Hollywood blockbuster-inspired stories, simple but effective gameplay, and a voice cast with more talent than most TV shows, Uncharted Drake's Fortune and its sequel Among Thieves are two of the greatest and most successful games ever released for the PlayStation 3. It's hard to think of a way that Naughty Dog could outdo them, but it looks like the third game in the series, Drake's Deception, is going to do just that. The story sees Nate once again following the steps of his ancestor, Sir Francis Drake, who went on a legendary voyage with Arabia to find the Atlantis of the Sands, a city supposedly loaded with treasure, and Nate is hot in his heels. I mean, how hard could it be?
Small problem. The Rubel Khali Desert, 600 miles across.
Oh, right. Anyway, Drake's mentor, Victor Sullivan, disappointingly absent for most of Uncharted 2, makes a welcome return here, as do the undoubted beauties of Elena Fisher and Chloe Fraser. The baddie this time is a creepy English woman by the name of Catherine Marlowe, that's not stereotypical at all, who carries a very deadly umbrella.
I wonder what you're really afraid of. I merely want what's mine.
And no, that's not Helen Mirren. Of course I'm sure, I looked on Wikipedia. Gameplay this time promises to be a tighter, more refined version of what's come before. A Gears of War style cover and shoot system broken up by long, very fun platforming sections. The focus this time is on set pieces. The previous games had a flair for the over-the-top stunts, and Drake's Deception seems to be going bigger than ever before, with sections on horseback, at sea, and even in mid-air. The online mode is also getting a makeover, with some bigger maps, more gameplay modes to choose from, and even rumours of an entirely new story mode. Let's be honest. We all know this game is going to be awesome. All we have to do now is wait until November 2011 and figure out how awesome. There are rumours going around that this is the end of a trilogy, Drake's last outing on PS3, and if it is, don't worry. Sony's favourite hero is going out with one hell of a bang.
Not going down there without some hardware.
Go talk to that rug merchant we just passed.
Well, guns, weapons.
He's not really a rug merchant.
Oh.
Now here's Jay, our newest Gamerholic, with a review of one of the all-time great racing classics, Race Driver Grid.
Okay, so the game is 4 years old, but as a Gamerholics group, we feel it deserves a review of its own after it aided us in our charity event of 2010. So start your engines and instigate the launch control sequence, because here it is, Race Driver Grid. Now, there isn't a huge story behind Grid. You start off as a jobber driver racing for other teams as you build your reputation up and your own cash for your own team. And once you've hit that 40 grand mark, you can embark on your own journey of being the #1 driver and having the #1 team. And some of the races here are grueling. You have everything from Demolition Derby to 24-hour Le Mans. So as your team progress up to the drivers and team rankings, you're the #1 driver and you end up becoming a more well-known team, better variety of cars and a teammate once you reach the pro level. The different types of races are found over 3 areas of the globe. In Europe you have mainly different disciplines of wheel-to-wheel racing. In Japan you have different types of racing like Drift GP, where you race against other cars at the same time, gaining as many points as possible, and Pro 2Ge, which is raced on Japanese mountains 1v1 in a knockout series. Then we have the USA, which incorporate both of these, and then it has its own little gem of Demolition Derby, the most popular online race in Grid. Probably due to the fact you can just smash anyone and it doesn't matter if you win or not. At the end of each season, you'll be asked if you want to participate in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Now, you can do this with your own team, or if you want to enter as a jobber driver again, working for someone else, but you can skip this. But this is the final point in the season. You can actually build up your own reputation and get a big bonus for your bank account. The race itself is not 24 hours, don't worry about that. You don't have to annoy your parents and your family. You can do it from 12 minutes to the full 24 hours if you're that sad or you have no life. So, Race Driver Grid was actually one of the first racing games to incorporate this flashback replay system. By way if you make an ultimate crash and you're out the race, you can actually rewind and cheat legally. So you pick a point where you think it's safe for you to regain your driving, safely pick up and off you go, then you go. Simple. To be honest, don't use it. But it depends on your difficulty in class. So the harder you are, the less of these chances you get. Another thing is the new ninja level. Well, it's not really new considering the game's 4 years old. Once you complete the game on top of both rankings, you unlock ninja level. Now this is just so you don't get bored, and it makes it a lot harder. Problems wise, there's only a couple. Online play, when you've got the lag or the fastness and people just go zip zip when you're trying to chase them, you can't keep up with them and it irritates me a lot. And the other one would have to be, what was the other problem? Ah yes, graphics. Now, if you damage a car side on in Demolition Derby, for example, you think the driver would be dead because of how caved in his door is. No, his arm and the rest of him is hanging out as he races. But to be honest, I'm only nitpicking, and it is kind of pointless that I do point out these things. So these things get an AJ rating of 8 out of 10. Obviously the little problem's nitpicking, but never mind. So, that's my first review as a new presenter. I am Jay Burgess, and next time you see me, I will be previewing WWE 12. Till then, folks, keep racing well.